Look, what can we do? We don't have any choice. They came and met us in our territory. They killed 30,000 of our people. What were they thinking? That we would just sit and cry, and they would not be crying. I'm happy that they are crying.
Yeah, I think the crying has only just started. Now, talking about the crying starting, finally, La République du Cameroon put out a statement acknowledging the event at Bamessing in Ngo-Ketunjia. But of course, I'm sure you read that statement. Guess where they attribute the power, the firepower behind?
The firepower. They acknowledge the firepower that we have.
They said this is happening as a result of some foreign support. What do you think they're referring to, Barrister John, as foreign support? Boko Haram?
I don't know what those idiots are referring to. Maybe they are referring to Biafra. Maybe they are referring to Nigeria. Maybe they are referring to Boko Haram. I don't know what they are referring to, but let me say this. We went from clubs and sticks and cutlasses to den guns. From den guns, we went to a few AKs. And we were struggling, and they were killing our people, killing our civilians in the numbers. We have been drafting, and we are arming our people. We have no support from anybody. These idiots don't even know what they are talking about. They don't know what they are talking about. They want to make the world believe that we are terrorists, and we are now hooked to another group of terrorists around the world. They are very stupid. They should have known for 4 or 5 years. They should have known that we have no support coming from anywhere. We are doing it ourselves, and we will do it until they run away.
Well,
what have they seen yet? What have they seen yet, Chris? What have they seen yet, Chris? We spend all our earnings here to make sure that our boys get what they want on the ground, and we will continue to do that. Even for 10 years, we will do that. And get these idiots out of our territory. We're no longer calling them to the table, for all I care.
No, we're not begging them to come to table anymore. That moment is over. For those of you watching by way of Facebook, we are sorry. Facebook shut us down a few minutes ago, I guess, because...
Oh, they have?
Yeah, because of those images, I guess, that we have on. But we are back on Facebook, and I see the numbers are jumping back up close to 700 already. Thank you. Just hit your share button, let others know we are back on, please. So, but Barrister John, when they say this firepower that Ambazonian restoration fighters are displaying now is coming from some foreign powers, are they trying to attribute this to Chukwu Ayaba and the Biafras, Namdis? Do you see that?
Yes. Listen, Chris. They want to give credence to their partner in crime, Chukwu Ayaba.
Chukwu Ayaba.
Chukwu Ayaba. He was set up by them to go and sign that fake thing with Nnamdi Kanu. They set it up through the French intelligence. We know all that. Then we know all that. They did that. And now they are trying to say, because of, they have given impression to the world that because of that alliance, we have sought to line ourselves with a terrorist group outside of their territory. I don't know which place they call their territory. But they forget to tell the world that we have been drafting since 2019, 2018, 2020, 2019, 2020, 2021. And we will continue to draft. We will continue to fund the struggle. We will continue to make sure that our children have the means to fight. You will not believe this, Chris. Our children, both girls and boys, are on the ground and they are determined. They don't earn a salary. They are all volunteers, and they are determined. The least we can do is to make sure that they are safe, to make sure that they have the weapons, to make sure that if they are wounded, we treat them, to make sure that everybody is doing what it's supposed to do. Look, Joe Ayaba has nobody again on the ground. He used to have criminals going around killing people. They don't. We have mastered that. They don't have anybody on the ground. I hear some people calling themselves AMF in Mountain. That group will perish within this week. They don't know what they're talking about.
AMF is a band of robbers, kidnappers, ransom takers
Those are
out there.
kidnappers.
Any group wants us to believe they are for this struggle. We want to see exactly where their battles have taken place.
Correct. They have kidnappers. They have kidnappers in Mancon, who are ADF. They have kidnappers in Bafut, who were our restoration forces, and two of them, two generals have turned into kidnappers. Their main partner in Mancon is called Cross and Die. Let me tell you, La Republic went and killed some in a bar in Tarunkon. You saw that, Chris, and came and displayed in Commercial Avenue, and they are trying to attribute it, calling them our restoration forces. Our restoration forces don't go stealing cars in town. They don't go drinking. They don't go drinking Trantoir in a bar and dance all night and get drunk. No, those are the kidnappers, and we will continue to go after them until they leave Ambazonia. They are still there. A few of them are still there, and I tell you, that is the number one enemy of our people. Our people have suffered.
Yes.
I know of a senior citizen of Ambazonia who died because of these kidnappers. Just recently, about 2 days ago, he died. And I tell you, and he's a university teacher. A university teacher that they kidnapped, took money from him, and beat him. He came back and got sick and died.
Now, let's talk about this lockdown a little bit, Barrister John. What do you make of the fact that all those, the Chuku Ayaba and all the enablers, saboteurs who went out with audio messages, I mean, it was essentially a campaign, a spirited campaign to stop the lockdown. Now they are all muted. What is happening?
They are all muted, Chris. They are all muted because they are ashamed. They have lost completely. And from what I'm reading, I don't know whether it's true or not. They are planning a coup d'etat against us and all that stuff. Who are they? What have they not done before that they will do now? They are muted. Ayuk Tabe is muted there in prison. Let him come out of prison first. Acho Ayaba is there hiding in Norway. He's hiding in Norway, and he cannot travel anywhere. Look, they can only sit somewhere and make noise. Look at that other stupid one in China. They call Capo Daniel.
Yeah.
All of them. They are now all muted because nobody listened to them. The lockdown is 100%. Even in Paco, where we have a few administrative problems, Paco, Victoria yesterday was completely locked down. It's today that I don't have the footage. Yesterday's footage is clear. It was locked down. I have a classmate of mine who lives in Victoria who told me that Victoria was grounded.
That is Victoria yesterday.
Yesterday, but today I don't know.
Today, I don't know, but I have been told that somebody told me all the way to Tico, Mutengene, it was dead silence. I don't know about Victoria. Maybe in the course of this, we may have some phone calls from Victoria. But Barrister John, let me take you to something else. This is what is happening on ground zero, what La République du Cameroon is trying to do. This is what we have learned. They are going to start killing. They will start killing Ambazonians, young men, randomly, especially those who collaborate with them, like those Chuku Ayaba fighters that you saw paraded at, Finance Junction at Nkwen in Bamenda. He says, La République du Cameroon soldiers will begin. They will begin to kill these people randomly, then displaying them in public places to scare our fighters. To scare our fighters. First execution of the plan was what happened in Bamenda, or is what happened in Bamenda last week with the execution of those guys. Plan number 2, their government is advising their workers, civil servants, which means French Cameroon government is advising their workers to remove important files or documents, to remove important files and documents from their offices. Offices like the Gendarmerie Brigade, the police stations, mayors, colonial DO offices, for fear of attacks. For fear of attacks, they are being asked to remove important documents from their brigades, their offices, the DOs, the gendarmes, the police, the civil service, because they say, of course the mayors too, they say for fear of attacks, especially with RPGs, and they are advised to do most of the work from home. They are being advised to do most of the work from home in the night and come to their offices just to show up, just to show off face. That is what is going on in La Republique, what their civil service is being advised to do. Now, lastly, their soldiers deserting them. What La Republique du Cameroon is trying to do now to stop their soldiers from defecting, they are sending them envelopes from Yaoundé. Unfortunately, you know how corrupt those people are. Some of the envelopes do not even reach the destination. And so it says deserting soldiers pleaded with money and envelopes sent to them from Yaoundé, and some melted on the way. Some melted on the way. That is what is going on. The new tactics that La République du Cameroon is trying to apply. I was also told very reliably, now if you are an Ambazonian restoration force or fighter out there, listen to me carefully, even you, the civilians. We are being told that what La République du Cameroon is doing now is they are having their soldiers dressed like towels, like this Nigeria calls them area boys. They call it area boys. So they're having them dressed with this all chopped about jeans trousers, and then they dye their hair, walk the neighborhoods, look like, you know, boys in the neighborhood, but they are there to look out for who is an Amba supporter, an Amba fighter, to then track them down, get them killed. Ambazonian restoration fighters, listen to me, that is the appearance of French Cameroon forces within, especially in the urban areas. That's what is happening. They were dressed like, you know, we'd call them pack boys in Ambazonia. I like the Nigerian way of calling it area boys. They put on this all chopped jean pants or khaki pants, trousers I mean to say, and then roam the street with dyed hair to look like anybody else, so that they are not detected. Ambazonia restoration forces should take note of this before they fall into any of them, and civilians in the quarters should also take note of this before they fall victim. This is what is happening. They are trying every dirty tactic in the book to kill our people.
Now, Chris, let me say this. Our Ambazonia restoration forces live in their quarters, in their villages. They know everybody. They see a strange face, they will take you down. They know. La Republique has tried this before. This is not the first time. Let them try all the tricks on the books. We are there. Our restoration forces will respond appropriately. If they think that they can just come to Bamenda or wherever and spray bullets on people all over the place without any response, look, it will not happen. Let it happen. Let me see. Our boys are there. They have the appropriate weapons to bring them down. And look, Chris, you go to any village, you see our restoration forces. All the villages in all the 13 counties, we have our restoration forces. They know who is who in their village. So if they see a strange character, they know that they have to take him down. They must take him down. They don't even ask questions. These are trying times. They must take them down. And secondly, Chris, when they send those kind of messages, talking about civil servants taking documents from their offices and carrying them home and only show up. Is there any civil servant francophone living in Bamenda or living in any of our villages where you have their francophone so-called lots and working from the sous-prefecture's office or gendarmerie or whatever, living in the quartier that our people don't know? We know every one of them. And those, our restoration forces know them one by one. Them try, if you are coming back from work and we'll see you with a file or we'll see you with a bag, and look, they will be monitored and brought down. Let me send this message to La République du Cameroon that your civil servants, you have put your civil servants in the line of fire and they will get the fire. Let them try it. Look. Let them go to sous-prefecture and see whether it's still standing. Let them go to Balikumba sous-prefecture and see whether it's still standing. Let them go to Oku sous-prefecture and see whether it's still standing. Look, they forget that no pity is now a field marshal for not only from Gokutunja but for the northern zone.
Yes.
And he has a battalion. He has a battalion that he is commanding. And there are special forces. They can go anywhere in the northern zone. They can act anywhere. They can do whatever they have to do. Let La République get that message. They are there waiting for them. Let them. They have moved them into Ndop. They are so cowardice to go into people's homes and ramshackle, take people's money, carry them, arrest some people to go and take money. These are people who have no qualms. Their relatives are crying at home and they are there doing that. They will come back in body bags. They will come back in body bags. If anybody thinks that you can make a civil servant run away with scientific documents, we will get those documents and burn them. We will blow down the sous-prefecture where they are working. Look, all administrative offices, gendarmerie posts, police posts, and all this, and the courts are all legitimate targets now. Let them know that they want to fight. The fight is on. The fight has started. They were killing us, and there was no fight. So now there's the fight.
Barrister John, I have a security alert that I want to stop this and bring to Ambazonians first. This is very, very critical. This is very, very critical. If you live in Kambe, this is about you, and this concerns a quarter in Nkambe that is called Binju. A quarter in Nkambe called Binju Quarters in Nkambe town. Now this is the information just coming in. It says an alarm has been raised of a certain Valentine Bongma, the pastor of Baptist Church Binju Quarters in Nkambe town, who has been armed by La République du Cameroun, military. He is working with a group of Mbororos, moving from house to house and from neighborhood to neighborhood, pointing out houses of southern Cameroonians for arrest and execution. Again, this is a security alert. It's a well-calculated plan with the help of the mayor of Nkambe town, Juan Musa Shea Info, and Ngala Gerard. We are informing the fake pastor. Now I'm just reading what is sent to me here, and again, this is coming from a reliable source, and this is coming from Dongamantung County officials. They say they are informing the fake pastor Valentine Bongba and his group that we know their moves and their whereabouts. It's just a matter of time for us to reach them. It's just a matter of time for the restoration forces in the Dongamantung, in Kambe, precisely to reach them. Again, Barrister John, this just came in, and it is surprising that this is happening with a pastor who's supposed to be a man of peace, preaching the word, but being armed by French Cameroon military, conniving with Mbororos, going neighborhood to neighborhood, tracking down Ambazonia restoration fighters and civilians to be killed. This is very strange. Barrister John, please.
Yes, it is very strange, and I'm not surprised. You know, pastors are human beings like me and you, and they are susceptible to this kind of things. He probably has been bought over by La République du Cameroon, given arms, given money, and he decides now to betray not only the people of Gambia but his Christians, because he is a Baptist pastor, if I understand, living in a community of Christians in that village, and if he can take up arms and pull on bororos and go pointing people's homes, I would argue that he's no longer a pastor but an armed enabler of La République du Cameroon, and our forces in Donga and Manton should look for him and take him down, look for them and take them down, so that our people can have some peace. And this thing is happening during a lockdown that they're supposed to respect. How do they allow him move around so easily? Our restoration forces should go after them. That is all I can say about that, Chris, because I don't think his head is still a pastor. He may be a pastor by name, but he's not a pastor. He's somebody else, a devil that has been dressed up like a pastor to go killing people.
All right, Barrister John, I'm sorry with the distraction here. We are talking and information is coming in, and
yes,
sometimes we just have to
we're in hard times.
Figure out.
We're in hard times. The information can come every time, so keep tracking.
Yes, I was just listening to a piece of information. I think somebody is reporting that a convoy of I think they said 25 or 125. One of those, I didn't get it quite right. A convoy of military entering the town. I don't know which town they are referring to. My guess is the convoy is entering Bamenda. So please, if you are in the city of Bamenda, please lock yourself indoors. Lock yourself indoors and stay indoors. Let them enforce our lockdown on our behalf. And if you are at Ngoke Tunja, please look for a hiding place, stay there. Barrister John, today was a day of speech making at the United Nations.
Yes.
And Joe Biden, U.S. President, managed to insert a mention of La République du Cameroun in his speech. Let's take a look. Let's listen to what Biden said, please. Let's listen to what Biden said in his speach at the United Nations. At the United Nations.
I wish Bo Herbert was listening.
Yeah, I wish. I don't know what happened to Bo. He got frozen. I've tried to reach him back, but he's just not reconnected yet. But let's listen to what Joe Biden said this morning at the United Nations.
Individuals, so they can live and love openly without fear, whether it's Chechnya or Cameroon or anywhere. As we steer our nations toward this inflection point, and work to meet today's fast-moving, cross-cutting challenges. Let me be clear.
All right. You heard Joe Biden mention Cameroon there in a very dishonorable manner. But he didn't talk about the conflict.
No.
In Cameroon or in Ambazonia. He mentioned LGBT, that is a gay and lesbian movement. And then he mentions Cameroon, of course, not Ambazonia. I don't know whether he was just being subliminal in not mentioning the real problem in that country, or he really meant going after that country for their treatment of the LGBT group. What is your thought there?
Yes, my thought is that Joe Biden did not want to bring the conflict in the General Assembly as such. And secondly, he used the LGBT people to pass the message of a reckless regime, La République du Cameroun. What he's actually doing is laying the groundwork for what is going to happen in La République du Cameroun. Listen, I'm not going to go further than that, because I am told that he made another statement in the Security Council. That one a little bit more than what we have heard.
Oh, that was today?
I think yesterday. Dr. Ngay will be able to tell us, because we hear that he mentioned something like that coming through Dr. Ngay. Dr. Ngay will be able to tell us later on, Chris. But let me say this. Joe Biden is a shrewd politician. He has just mentioned Cameroon so that they know that if something is happening in Cameroon, they should know that it is real. They should know that America is not watching. America is watching very carefully. He didn't want to bring the conflict to the General Assembly, but he has introduced it, and he has said something a little bit more in the Security Council. But let's wait and see at the end of this day and analyze what he has said in the two instances and see where we are. But the whole world is watching what is happening in La République du Cameroun. Let La République du Cameroun come there and lie, Chris, and lie that the war is over. They are only doing what you call cleanup of criminals that are cutting people's heads and stealing people's money. That's what their advanced speech said. I hope they have withdrawn that speech and they have another one. Hey, Chris. Volume. Yes.
Yes. Give me a second here. Barrister John, give me a second here. We're going to take a short break out. Somebody is trying to send something here. We will get back right away. Stay put, please. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians, it is about the slow but sure depletion, if not stopped. Please listen once more. This is the moment to rise up and save what remains. Like Pontius Pilate, the Vice Chancellor is fast trying to wash his hands. Ambazonians, if God forbid we fail in this war, they will take back everything they have allowed us to manage. We must remain steadfast or lose the war. They sold our institutions and our resources for positions, for money, for power, and for influence. Why we fight to recover it all? We must not allow such enablers continue selling us. We must neutralize their plans, and if need be, neutralize them too. From today, we declare an end to these permanent military, gendarmes, or police checkpoints in all of Ambazonia streets and roads. It is therefore incumbent upon us to stop tomorrow's murder today.
This is the state of the struggle with your anchorman Chris Anu, Ambazonia's spokesperson.
All right, Barrister John, that was another breaking story coming in from our intelligence source in Libya. He was actually calling in, and again, this is our intelligence from Libya, who is embedded within French Cameroon army. Listen to what he just sent to me. If I made a phone call while we were still talking, I couldn't pick the call, and I got back. He says, yes, we have about 8 bees. 8 bees. We don't know their whereabouts. That is in Libya. We have about 8 bees. We don't know their whereabouts. Now, he is trying to confirm that many of their soldiers are defecting. Then you write, as I write now, the Noble Brigade in Mok is in Libya. That is Port-au-Son's area. He said, as I write now, the Noble Brigade in Mok is under a serious attack. It's under a serious attack, I guess, by the Red Dragons. He says, I just wanted to alert you that I am online. Okay. So that is the information, the breaking information emerging from Libya, ladies and gentlemen. 8 bees. 8 bees. Now remember, the person sending us this information is a bee. So you say 8 bees have vanished. 8 bees have vanished, disappeared from among them in Libya. And as we talk, as we speak, there is a serious fight going on in their camp in Mokbi, which is also in Libya. That is what is going on. Fighting going on there with 5 bees disappearing. They don't know where they are, defecting. Please, we continue to make the appeal. We continue to make the appeal to every French Cameroon soldier fighting in Ambazonia or sent to Ambazonia. Please, you should not be fighting. There is no reason you are fighting. But Mr. John, I give you the final say on the subject.
Yes, Chris. Let me say this: is Mok in Alo?
Yes, correct.
Yes, because they are in Menji and in Alo. That's what I know. Yes. Let me tell you, those people they have been locked in for a very long time because they know that they show their head out. The Field Marshal would take it out, would pick it up. So they are now gradually escaping for safety. I just hope that they leave their weapons wherever they are so that we can collect. We need those weapons. I should very well know, Libya has been liberated since, except for those 2 little camps, one in Menji, one in Alo. And I don't know. The Field Marshal knows at what time he will take them all out. But if you go to Libya today, there is no civil service, there is no administration, there is no government schools and teachers and government teachers. There is nothing. The only thing remaining are those 2 military camps, one in Menji, one in Alo.
Correct. And there is one in the Azi.
Oh, okay. There's another one in Azi.
The biggest one is in Menji. Second biggest is Azi.
Okay. If they are clever, they should start just going there, because the days ahead are going to be very, very, very telling. They should start going. Those 8 bees have taken the right decision. I hope the others will follow.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so. Let's hope that the rest learn the lesson and escape. you have not been hearing a lot about field marshal recently, but I can assure you they are preparing.
Well, we have
They
heard
are
his
preparing.
audio. We
And
have heard his audio.
the next fight will get those camps in Menji, in Azee, and in Mok out of
Yes.
the BLM for good.
Yes,
So,
I have listened to his video, and he is very much in command, not only of Libyalem but of the Southern Zone. The days ahead are going to be very, very, very tough for La Republic of Cameroon.
they definitely will be, Barrister John. Unfortunately, again, we just didn't get Bo Herbert to
Oh la
log
la.
back in. But
Well, because
I like you to please, Barrister John, listen to this. Listen to this. You will recall, I think it was last Sunday, and this fake barrister, a barrister who has never won a single case, talking about Barrister Wu, Emmanuel in Salah, the man who had been chased out of the California courts. He was on your CRTV and posturing as this expert in law who is doing everything, to torment and to get these separatists in the diaspora arrested. Listen to him. We're going to come to that.
Once more, Manuela. Now, we're moving to a second topic, a separatist in diaspora, the legal manhunt, and the person who is said to be one of the leading lawyers.
Separatists in the diaspora with a legal manhunt. You would think that he is capable of it, right? Let's go.
Yes.
Let's listen.
We're coming back to you. So before we left to look at what the newspapers reported, there were two schools of thought here. So one person said they should be included. Another person said these guys are self-proclaimed leaders. They don't represent anything. When you meet them, when you want to talk with them, when taking them to court, do you think there is a third? There can be a third option to bringing them to reason, to think, to look at the situation back at home?
There's possibly a third option, but there's the option I prefer, and the option I prefer as a legal mind is that because
As a legal
they're in
mind.
violations of so many laws, so many criminal laws of in the United States, their host country, so many international laws, that they should be properly criminally prosecuted, so that those in the future know that whatever rights you want to have politically, there's a proper way to do about it. You don't have to do about it by violating the human rights of innocent populations. You don't have to do about it by conspiring to commit crimes, conspiring to destroy property, to kill people. So the option I prefer, and the option I hold, and the option I think will work and has started working, is pursue them civilly and criminally. File the criminal complaints against them, report them to the law enforcement, and do the necessary follow-up legal work, public relations work, so that eventually they are arrested. I think it's a matter of when, not if.
And that's what I'm asking. When? Because America is said to be a state of law, they're against terrorism, yet we see people you call suspects killing back at home. They're going around the streets there, nothing to bother about.
That's the most unfortunate thing, that the U.S. is supposed to be a nation of laws, but they're not applying their own laws to the separatists residing in the United States, and that's the saddest thing of all. But we have to put this in perspective. If you look at something, the Black Lives Matter movement, BLM, why did the Black African Americans revolt and had serious riots for days and weeks? It's because even when African Americans were killed and died, there was a negligence in prosecuting those that killed blacks. So to the United States, Cameroon is on the lower spectrum of priorities. So if there...
Well, Barrister John, this gentleman is back there in La République du Cameroon, apparently looking for, submitting another budget for more lawsuits to which he has not won a single one. He has not. You sued me in California about 3 times or 4 times. I have never set foot there in California. Talk less of being in any court. He has never won him. He sued Tapang Ivo. You know what? The court turned around and billed him, charged him. I think it was close to $6,000 for filing frivolous lawsuits. He is now trying to rush to Washington D.C. with the other series of laws. This guy has never won. For the time I've known him, he has never won a single case. This is an opportunist who is just sucking money out of La Republique du Cameroon, who will gladly give. Do you know this guy, Brother John, as a lawyer?
No, I don't know him, but let me say this, Chris. I doubt what quality of lawyer this guy is. I doubt what quality of lawyer he is. He looks at this at the symbol of liberty in the United States in New York. Even in California, all those symbols are all over. This is a free country where freedom of expression and freedom of association is guaranteed. Nobody among us in the United States has violated any law of the United States. Look, the United States government know that we have a right to self-determination and that we have families back there and we have a right to protect them. This guy does not even know that it is his government that he is draining dry that started a war against us, and we are only defending ourselves. This guy, you call him a lawyer, is not capable of analyzing A and B. He has lost all the cases he has filed because he's not worth the salt. Let him bring his cases to Maryland and see how he will go through it. Ebini will know better because Ebini has filed a criminal complaint against our people in the Attorney General's Maryland Attorney General's office, and he was thrown out. So this guy is no lawyer. He is there to take money from La Republique du Cameroon to come and continue to live back in the United States. He has no law firm in the United States. I don't know how the United States will rely on a con man like this who passes for a lawyer. Because this boy has no law firm, he has not won a single case, and he has earned more than $1 million from the Cameroon government.
Yes.
And I tell you, so whatever he's saying, all that rubbish that he's talking is because he does not even know how the United States function. And now he is a U.S. citizen. I would imagine he's a U.S. citizen and doesn't even know the tenets of the United States Constitution. Freedom of expression, liberty, the right to assemble, the right to do, as long as you stay under the law, as long as you respect the law. This guy goes around suing people, putting up frivolous criminal complaints and suing people. I want to remind him that he is not worth a lawyer, and we're waiting for him in Maryland if he plans to come. He should talk to Ebini before he comes, because Ebini tried and failed. So, Chris, don't bother about him. He's trying to get money from La Republique.
You know what is going to happen, but it's very soon we will start turning the heat upon him. If he doesn't realize, if he doesn't realize that what he is doing is character assassination. You know, this guy has written letters all the way to the senator up in New Hampshire, the congressman in New Hampshire, on my person. He has written to the congressmen and the senators in Texas on my person. Essentially character assassination. Things that the courts have said, you can't sue this guy. We will soon turn the heat. We will soon turn the heat against this guy and others like him.
Correct. Because those documents, I hope you are keeping them. I hope you are tracking them. because we will use that to sue not only him, but sue La République du Cameroon and him. We need a deeper pocket. This guy is not a lawyer that settles and makes money, that you can get a judgment against him and quickly execute. What we will do is that we will sue along with La République du Cameroon and save the embassy and save him. Let him continue to balligant all over the United States and making noise. He is a lawyer in California. I don't know how he got to the bar of California, but he is there. And
I don't think he has an office.
He has no office. He's hanging around other people's office.
All that he has is a nice website. And a nice website presents him as this gigantic law firm in California. And he fronts for all this big, he's a fraud.
And giving a wrong address of a reputable law firm where they allow him to come and work on a sharing of expenses basis. You know that you can do that. He has that address and is parading it all over the place as if he's a big time lawyer. He is what I don't know how they call them, cut and nail lawyers in the United States. I don't know how they make their money, but he makes his money by defrauding La République du Cameroon. He can afford to fly to La République du Cameroon on their charge, fly back, and because he is the son of a Betty woman who happened to have married the late Minister Salai and had him. That's Salai's first son. And he wants us to believe that he is a lawyer. Well, let him come to Maryland and sue.
Somebody says all what he has is a mailbox.
Yes, he has sued in California and lost. Let him come to Maryland and also lost. His losing streak is mounting, and nobody worth his salt will bring him to sue anybody because he has
out of options.
He's running out of options.
Now, if you listen to him in that footage that we just showed here, he is saying that he has won some cases, and he's actually citing those the three Ambazonians who were recently indicted in the DC as some of his victory.
He's not even a lawyer. He's not a prosecutor. He's not even a lawyer for any of those three. He's citing them. Where did he win the case? Was he the one? Is the FBI that arrested our people in is it 2009 or
2019?
2019 or 2018, I don't know which year. And the people they have their individual lawyers. This man is not a lawyer of any of them. And those people, a lot of them have entered plea bargains. And the three who have been prosecuted were still to see what will happen. But let me tell the world that Satellite is not connected to that case in any shape or form.
Well, Barrister John, it's been a long time. Let's see if we can open the phone lines and hear what is happening.
On Ground Zero.
On Ground Zero. Ladies and gentlemen, I will now open the phone lines, but please remember, before you call, make sure that your TV set, the volume of your set is tuned down. Make sure the volume of your set is tuned down before you call. We'd like to give opportunity to as many callers as possible. So please, again, make sure the volume of your set is tuned down before you call, and you have the phone number right there on the screen. So we want to hear from Ground Zero about lockdown and what is going on. What is going on Ground Zero? Barrister John, why we expect the calls to come in? Let's talk a little bit again about these desertions coming from all over the place. desertions in Bamenda, desertions in the BLM, desertions by Cameroon soldiers. Do you still, I mean, is there any morale left in these fighters?
No, no. These guys from day one knew that they were fighting a dirty war, but they did not expect it to get to this level. So any young boy, young girl that is being sent by La République de Cameroon on the war front knows that there's a 75-25 chance that he's going to be killed. Would you want to walk into a death trap? I don't think so. These young people are taking their responsibility to save their lives, and we have a moral duty to give them a safe passage and show them how to leave the place, how to leave Ambazonia and not go into La République, but go somewhere else where they can settle, where they can continue their life. A lot of these soldiers, a lot of them are in Mexico right now. You know, that Mexico road to get to the United States has become very, very, very inaccessible, Chris. But they are there in Mexico. More than 600 of our people are in Mexico. When I mean our people, I'm including La République de Cameroon and the Ambazonians who are hanging there in Mexico, waiting to cross. So where we will push them, a lot of them are in Mali, a lot of them are in Benin, a lot of them are in Burkina Faso, a lot of them are in...
a lot of them in Ghana, equally, and Cote d'Ivoire.
In Nigeria even, they are there. Yes. So we have a moral duty to get them out.
Let's get to the first caller here from Ground Zero. Hello, sir.
Yeah, good evening, Secretary Chris.
Good evening, sir. May I know where you are calling from, please?
I'm calling from Victoria.
From Victoria. That is good to know. Tell us what is going on in Victoria.
Yeah, Secretary Chris, Victoria is still proving tough and stubborn. Yesterday, Victoria tried to respect the ghost town, normal Monday ghost town day. But today, all activities were open in Victoria. Victoria was as free as a bird. Everything was just moving normal in Victoria. So Victoria is still proving very tough.
Okay.
I think you're getting me.
I'm getting you. And what do you think is the reason, sir?
Yeah, the reason is that Victoria have been bought. Victoria have been sold to Francophones. You know, all the administrators, the top high-ranking administrators from SDO to DOs, region commander, commandant, everything, all are Francophones in Victoria. They are here in Victoria like wild, wounded lions. They go to villages at time with their DO to collect monies from these guys who manage themselves on petrol's business. Last week, they collect 40 million in 3 villages.
40 million? How did you know that?
Don't worry. After this, I will call you. I will give you more details. I can't tell you a single line. I've been long in this struggle from SCNC up to now. So anything I tell you, no, is fact from the ground. I will not profit anything to tell lies.
Mm-hmm.
If the day I will open up and give you what is going on in Victoria here, it's a mess. It's a taboo. So I don't know, as you guys are there, because what again I've realized, it seems like our restoration forces here in FACO, there are some infiltration among them. So things are not working in FACO because Victoria really need a shake-up so that everybody will go down on his knees.
All right.
I'm telling you. Yes.
All right.
So that's what I to tell you. I will find time, I will make time a day, I will call you, I will give you more details, information, what is going on in this Victoria.
I'll be waiting for that. I'll be waiting for that. And how about other parts of FACO today? Motengene, Tiko, Boya, what have you heard?
I I'm in Victoria, but I learned from other friends that Motengene was okay, Chico was okay, part of Boya too was okay, but the other part too was functioning.
Yeah.
So that's the information I got.
And that's exactly what I got also. Parts of Boya down to Chico, they were all shut down.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Thank you for that information. I'm waiting for your call for that for those details.
Okay,
Chris,
okay.
Thank,
Chris.
all right.
Okay.
Thank you. I know that lots of people out there have cried foul about FACO, ladies and gentlemen. I can assure you, things happen and you will learn. This government, this interim government, will arrest the situation in FACO. I can assure you that we are very much aware of what is going on there. The defiance against lockdowns and even ghost towns in Victoria in particular. This interim government will arrest that situation. May not be today, may not be tomorrow, but I can assure you that situation will be taken care of. If francophones can move into Victoria and think that they can dictate the pace of life and events in that city against Ambazonians fighting for their freedom, we are going to tell them, sons of the land, sons and daughters of the land, we will take control of that land. And if it means sending them out of Victoria, I can assure you that will happen. That will happen. Let me get back to the phones. Hear the phones ringing. So rest assured, ladies and gentlemen, that FACO will be taken care of. Hello.
Yes. Hello?
Hello.
Yes. I'm calling from Maryland, Secretary Chris.
Okay. What is your contribution, sir?
My contribution, I want to start by appreciating you for the wonderful job you are doing. I can just say that you are the man that God has ordained, to direct us, to take us to Boya. And I want to say, Secretary Chris, I am praying for you with everything I have. I get up at 3 o'clock, midnight, to pray for my family, and I kneel down to pray for you. I can promise you'll never be tired because we look up to you. You are the man of the people. I can tell you, you are the Nelson Mandela of our time. Keep this fight. I appreciate Barrister John. He is a man too that's coming after you, a man of his word as well. I appreciate our president, Secretary Chris. I want to tell you, I can drink medicine. I can swear for you, the president, and Barrister John, that three of you are the real people God has ordained for this struggle. Keep doing what you are doing. I can fight and die for you. You guys, we are by you. We are standing by you. Keep doing the great job. Never get tired. Because when we get up every day and look at you guys on that screen fighting for us, we have hope. And we are behind you with everything we have. Just keep doing the thing you are doing. Is the right thing. I got the right information today because I get up, I check from Bamenda down to Kambe, Libya, even down to Victoria. I check every morning from my sources. Actually, what you were saying, they said that Boya today have from Boya down to Tico, Motengene, Tico, everything was great. But Victoria was, they're still stubborn. But there is hope, Secretary Chris. Having you guys out there, encouraging everyone, there is hope. All I can say is, let us stand by you people and continue to draft. This is a time to give in everything because we are winning.
Right.
We are winning. This is the time to draft everything we have. This is a time to buy our life, to buy our land. This is a time to stand up. Since the momentum is on our side, this is a time that every Southern Cameroonian have to give. Give as if this was the last bread they depend on to breathe. This is the moment. And everything should forget. Everybody should forget about whatever people are saying, talking. This is a time. Now or never. Let us draft. People should double their CDI. They should double the citizenship. Pay $50, pay $100, pay $1,000 according to what you earn. This is the time, Secretary Chris. I just want to also say that we are so proud of our restoration fighters in Ground Zero. They are doing a fabulous job. I mean, these guys are marvelous. These guys have metamorphosized to something wonderful. I want to encourage them. They are doing a fabulous job. We are praying for them. And we were saying that we will never stop supporting. We are ready to do anything as we see Secretary Chris, Barrister John, and the President being an example for us to follow. You are our hope. Keep doing what you are doing. We are behind you, sir.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Long live the Restoration Forces. Long live Secretary Chris. Long live Barrister John. And long live our President. And short live the struggle.
Okay, that was something else. Thank you for the call, sir. I appreciate all the compliments. God bless you. Yes, Barrister John, go on, please.
Yes, I was going to talk about FACO. I would say that it is in all revolutions, whether it's Eritrea or South Sudan or wherever, the capital territory has always been a difficult place to take. So I'm suspecting that the last battle will be in FACO. And our people should know that, at least for now, parts of FACO are listening. Victoria will be our last battle. Thank you very much.
All right. Let's get to our next caller here. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris. Good afternoon to you all.
Good afternoon, sir. May I know where you are calling from, please?
I am calling from Ohio, Columbus.
All right. And what is the contribution?
I just wish to play a very short audio here that came in from a friend too. I have a friend within the circle in the B, and it is a lamentation. I will just play it very short, and we'll do analysis from there if you permit.
Why not just summarize for us? We need others to be able to call. Just tell us what he is saying in the message.
So he calls, he made an audio, especially I think this came up after the last attack. And he's lamenting in the audio and saying they had already signed honor and fidelity. And this is what they have to go through, that he thinks the war is and has nothing to do with the B, that they are just doing what they were recruited to do, but he strongly thinks they have no business in this whole issue. And it is something political, and he's sending and sounding a message back to those above him. And he doesn't mind if he gets apprehended, but he is just passing a message across that they have to pull out. They don't take care of them. And he cites a situation where he was sent out to an international mission, and he came back, met his family. They were almost evicted from the house. No rent. He can't even boast of that. And his lamentation is, even though they're bringing the army into this, they are not happy. And at the same time, the government doesn't even care if they kill them or not. He cites a very pathetic situation
where is he based?
What's that again?
What county is he based? Or is he in La Republique?
This is La Republique B, who sends out an audio in distress.
Okay.
And yeah, so he feels like even the attack that lastly took place, that each time they are attacked and killed, their bosses will always say they went out and drank. They were they went out looking for women. So they will throw all these curses on them, and so they are losing the morale. That is a simple message. These guys are out there in fear. They don't even know exactly where their lives will end. Like I think they need some education to know that there is no reason for them to fight, because
they don't need any education. They see their friends. Thank you for the call. They see their friends dying. They see that Ambazonians did not provoke war, and they know that there is absolutely no reason for them to be fighting. They should use their judgment to lay down their arms and walk away. Just walk away. If you need to walk away and you need help, let us know. Let us know. We will definitely help you to get out of there. We will make sure you have a free passage in Ambazonia to get out of Ambazonia or out of La République du Cameroon. We will help you get out. If you can lay down your arms, go away. All right. Let's get to the next caller here quickly. Please, we don't accept video calls. Call us by way of audio, not videos. Okay. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris.
Yes, good.
Hello,
good evening.
Secretary Chris.
Good evening, sir. Where are you calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Douala.
Okay, so that is in La République du
I
Cameroon.
was trying to say that I have some. Yes, I have some important discussion with you. If I may call you after the scene, so that we should discuss some strategic call.
Okay. You drop me a message. Drop me a message after you drop the call, and once I'm chance, I give you a call. Hello.
All right.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Okay. The phones are busy. Hello.
Yes, hello.
Hello.
Yes, hello.
Yes, where are you calling from, please?
I'm calling from Ground Zero.
What county?
Donga Mountain County.
Donga Mantung County. And how about, do you have any knowledge about the breaking news I put up a few minutes ago about a Baptist pastor who is armed with mbororos and going neighborhood to neighborhood attacking Ambazonians?
I have no idea, sir.
Okay. What is your contribution?
Sir, it's just that we keep struggling. You know that hard work is what we need now, and we have to advise and not pity to be very careful. You know that if no pity happens to fall, then many things all us will be weak, and so we have to secure his safety, sir.
All right, thank you. We hear you, and you can trust that everybody is advising him to be discreet to make sure that his safety comes first. All right. Let's go to Germany. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris. Good evening.
Good evening,
This
sir.
is Chris. I'm calling from Germany. My name is Chris.
Okay.
I thank you guys for the good job you are doing at the level of the IG. We appreciate you people a lot. I have a question, and before going to my question, I want to make this statement. I think most of Ambazonia who are maybe in Europe and America, they should know that countries in Europe and America, they fought to get to the level that they are today. America fought to have this independence that those who are in America are enjoying it today. In the Ambazonians who are there are enjoying this freedom. It is a time for Ambazonia to fight for their own freedom now. This is the moment, not any other time. Right. So it baffles me when there is a war draft like now and people are not able to contribute for this war draft. But when I look at Ground Zero, we see people on Ground Zero, they spend at least on normal month, they've spent at least 4 days without going to work. We have at least 4 Mondays every month. But people in the diaspora, they cannot spend their 1 day salary to contribute for this struggle, to contribute for the fighter. So my question to the both of you, Barrister John and the Youth Secretary, is at independent, because our independence is definite, nothing will stop our independence. At independent, will those people in the diaspora, especially America, Europe, Australia, who were not contributing, participating in this struggle, the Ambazonia, will they have an easy ride in Ambazonia after just a few people have struggled to attain this independence?
That's my question.
Thank you. I will allow Barrister John to take that question. Thank you for the call.
Well,
Barrister John.
Chris, that is a very important question. Anybody living in the diaspora, including me and you, Chris, you know that me and you were not earning anything much, but we make the sacrifice. Now, any Ambazonian who is living in the diaspora and is not drafting, the word draft, it means that you must take part in the fight. You are taking part by giving money, and our people on the ground are taking part by suffering. Our restoration forces are taking part by fighting. If you are not drafting, meaning that when you arrive, when we have our independence and you come to the port of entry, whether it's Tico, the capital, the international airport of Tico, we will ask you to pay us 10 times what you were supposed to have drafted. I don't know whether you are getting me. You pay 10 times. And even then, you have demonstrated that you were not patriotic, that you were only waiting to take advantage of others who have fought for you to get to ground zero, to get to Ambazonia. Therefore, you will be noted and they will take your 10,000 and you are a free Ambazonian. The rest we will handle by the laws of Ambazonia. What happens to those who, for some reason or the other, have not been drafting? I'm talking about only those in the diaspora. Our people on the ground are not required to draft because they are already suffering. They are already drafting. They have given their lives.
All right.
And the fighters have given the supreme sacrifice, which is either you live or you die. But those of us in the diaspora, you have no reason not to draft. You have to go to your LGA. You have to go to your LGA, go to your LGA and draft. And it's only $1,000 a year, which all of us can afford.
Absolutely, Barrister John. Thank you for that. We hope that every Ambazonian, those who thought they could sit at the fence, will begin to realize that we have gone too far to think that we're going to turn back and go back to Cameroon. And if you really want to be part of Ambazonia that we are fighting for, the moment is now for you to step out, show yourself, pay your money. And nobody is saying bring the money to the interim government. We are saying take the money, identify your LGA, where you come from, where you originate from, pay your money there, because we have restoration fighters in every county and every LGA, and show your support there. All right, let's get to the next caller here. All right, let me see. Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Yes. Can you hear me?
I can hear you now, sir.
Okay, good. First of all, I want to thank you all for your the wonderful work that you're doing, Barrister Frujan. First, I've been listening. I just want to find out if what we hear about that, say for example, that our supporters, our fighters on the ground, Field Marshal No Pity, that they are doing very well now because of support, because of foreign support. Could that be, say for example, just last week, this interim government raised the sum of about 15 million francs or $30,000 in the space of about 3 hours. Could that foreign support be referring to the support from diaspora?
I think you're making a point. I think you're making a point there, and that would be a very smart one, because I think Barrister John, La Republique is finally acknowledging that the diaspora is actually funding this war, because in time past they wanted everybody to believe that, oh, these guys on the ground are just some misguided fellows. Diaspora is not supporting them, not giving them anything. But now it appears they may be finally acknowledging the power of the diaspora. But go on, sir.
Yes, and in that, I was also thinking about, just as a side comment, this interim government, SACO, IG, this interim government, I think is the only one and only interim government. There's no such thing as SACO, IG as far as I'm concerned. They have been proactive in the sense that they saw ahead of time the United Nations Security Council meeting that began holding on the 20th in New York, and they foresaw what Cameroon would do. Cameroon's plans of trying to normalizing situations as if everything has come to normal, just lying their way through that everything is fine, and we are just about to, they want to do reconstruction, and it's just a few pockets here and there, and then we move on to carry a lockdown to make our own narrative that it is not the case, that we are in control. Now, when some groups out there, they have the same objectives as La Republic Cameroon. For example, La Republic Cameroon does not want lockdown, and you come on air and you speak with your mouth, you tell the Ambazonian people that you are for a total separation, you want full independence, but all your objectives, your actions, what we are seeing with our eyes is very different from what you are saying with your mouth. Your objectives are parallel. They are totally in line with Cameroon's objectives. Number one. Number two, you do not have a plan. You don't have a game plan. They are just objecting everything that the interim government says, but they don't have a plan of their own.
Right.
And so, yes.
I mean, not only do they not have a plan, they say they have fighters on the ground, but we have been asking forever, where are those fighters on the ground waging the war against La Republic?
They take Photoshop pictures and put in some place over there in Libya and say we have kicked them out. But those are static pictures. You can clearly see that those are Photoshop with. Okay, what kind of ADF fighters? You see them; they are as pristine. Look at Field Marshal No Pity. Look at, you see dust on his face. You know, that's somebody who is fighting. Look at ADF pictures; they are as clean, like those. Wonderful. So I mean, anyway, you can tell that these people, they have the same objectives as La Republic Cameroon. If you have the same objectives as La Republic Cameroon, then your goal, it should be the same as that of Cameroon. The outcome, the final outcome, they are lying to us that it is outright independence. They have an agenda. That agenda is some kind of union. That agenda is to crumble, is to destroy everything that you guys are doing.
Well, they will not succeed. If they were to succeed, I think by now they should have. They know they are fighting a lost battle, and we will keep on telling them just to toe their line if they believe they are doing the same thing, having the same goal as we do here. They should toe their line, and we can collaborate the moment we realize that they have turned their backs.
Yes, sir. Just one more thing before I go. Now, if you see the Republic of Cameroon, they are trying to go to the air. They're trying to do an air campaign. You know that is a sign of somebody who is running away. That's a sign of defeat.
It's a sign. Yes, they want to cause havoc, pure damage, and leave. And that is what I put out in an audio yesterday.
Exactly.
They will go out and spray every living thing. Every living thing. They don't care doing that in the city.
General No Pity. They are scared of they don't have the guts anymore to confront those guys on the ground.
They should be scared of No Pity because they know No Pity has superior arms. I mean, let me put it this way. They know No Pity has their arms, their own arms, and even superior arms. So why should they not be scared? They can't go looking for him on foot. No way. Even in their trucks, they know they are not safe. You know, a few years ago, maybe 3 years ago, they thought they were invincible when they started using these armored cars. And then the Français and the Mali started showing up. They changed and bought these Chinese trucks, and they thought they got it. Again, the Français and now the RPGs are getting them.
You finally stand up to the bully. You know, the bully understands only one language. Speak his language.
Correct.
We finally did that. We have succumbed to the bullying and terrorism for 60 years today. If you look at when this thing started, we were talking about peace. It was all about federation. And what is wrong with federation? Federation would have made that whole country powerful and strong.
Well, we're going past that. We're going past that. Listen, thank you for the call. Let's see if we can get other callers. But let me assure Ambazonians out there, should a lot of people to Cameroon spray that thing anywhere in Ambazonia, we assure them we will get into their neighboring villages and neighboring towns and inflict the same amount of punishment on their own people.
Correct.
They look for it, they will get it. All right. Hello. Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
Good evening, sir.
Hello. Good evening, sir.
Yeah, congratulations for the great work we are doing, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Can you turn down the volume of your TV, please?
Yes, completely. It's completely down. I'm calling from Abakwa, Northern Zone.
Okay, what is your contribution?
Yes, I have reliable information that more terrorists have driven into Bamenda and are going towards Ngokitunja and Bui this evening with sophisticated weapons.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, many of them.
Okay.
So, I want to say that we must counter this offensive one way or the other. And for example, when Napoleon invaded Russia,
I'm live.
When Napoleon invaded Russia,
yeah, please, I want to call in. I know that you are live. I'm watching you.
Stay on the line. Stay on the line. All right, sir. Listen, thank you. The quality of your line is very poor. I get your message that I think I had announced that a few minutes ago that a number of trucks entered Bamenda and they are moving up to Ngoketunjia as we speak. Thank you. We have earlier sent information to the people in Ngoketunjia to remain. One what?
One more vital as well. One more vital thing. Look, sir, let me make this point clear. Listen, look, sir, we must counter this in one way or the other. We cannot allow our people being tortured.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, we will retaliate. We will retaliate anything they do in Ngoketunjia. We are promising them the same equivalence. Let me get to Mr. Humble Ambazonian. Hello, sir.
Correct.
Oh, Mr. Chris, how are you?
I am doing excellent, sir. Good to hear your voice.
You are live.
I am live.
All right, there, Mr. Fujon saw that Mr. Humble is on the line, and I was so moved by the images that I said, let me call and chime in.
Okay, go on, sir.
Okay, Chris, our people should be aware that the images you are just showing from Yaoundé are nothing new. Let me refresh the memories of Ambazonians. One guy who was tortured in that biker who was tortured and then he received the same snake beating. He received the same snake beating, and then we were told that those soldiers who beat him almost to death were arrested. What happened to them? Absolutely nothing.
Right.
Absolutely nothing. But what prompted me to call, Chris, is I want Maurice Kamto to view those pictures that you just shown and tell us what was the rationale for him to declare that his terrorist La République de Cameroon soldiers and security apparatus are the best trained and the most professional. And Chris and Barrister John, what is very shocking about Maurice Kamto's declaration is the fact that people like Fa Elvis Tayon, who appears on Equinox TV, and a certain joker, he calls himself Lawyer Tamfu. He was the one who was picked up and locked up when the lawyers agitated in Douala, and they released everybody else, and he was withheld until he signed papers that he will be talking favorably of the regime before he was released. I want for these two Ambazonians, or they call them some Ambazonians, Fa Elvis Tayon and Tamfu Richard. On what basis do they keep referring to Maurice Kamto as our leader? He is the one who has proposed real solutions to solve this problem. Okay, two, I also want Chris Fomenyo, who is somewhere here in Virginia, advertising himself, talking how he has interviewed presidents, which really don't mean a damn thing, to tell us when Chris Fomenyo says, oh, there are things that we can still do to preserve the indivisibility of our country. What are those things? And which country is he referring to? I want for Akeremuna to tell us when he says the things that are happening in the Northwest and Southwest are also happening in the other regions. Akeremuna should show us pictures where policemen are torturing individuals the way they are torturing those guys you just shown.
L'État camerounais a toutes les possibilités d'arrêter cette guerre meurtrière.
2 weeks ago. He snuck in and out without anybody knowing that he was there. He is coming to Buea to do what?
Au nom de cette
He
famille,
is in Yaoundé and they
il y
are
a
torturing
d'autres soldats
our
qui sont
people.
tombés
So
à
what is he doing
Moudemba.
about that? So he's coming to
les
Buea to
photos.
do what?
Ils sont
And,
couchés, des
the
jeunes,
last thing that I will say, Chris,
que le chef
our
d'État
boys
nous
should really
aide
not
à
worry
ne
to
plus pleurer
confront
nos
those
enfants.
chiefs who will go there
Transmettez ce message.
to wait for John Gute at Mongo
Transmettez ce
Bridge.
message.
Our boys
Ne
should
l'arrêtez
instead
pas.
take footage of those chiefs
Dites
when they
aux
go
instances
there and
supérieures.
they have their small gathering and get their
Transmettez ce
2,000
message.
francs. Then we will meet
Sinon,
them
on
in
continuera
their
à
localities when they
pleurer
come
nos
back.
enfants.
We will meet them in their
Nous ne
localities
voulons plus de
when we
cette
come
guerre.
back, when they come back.
On nous
And then the last thing, Chris, La République du Cameroun should understand, as Barrister John has just said, La République du Cameroun should understand that there are pockets of their citizens inside Ambazonia. The biggest chunk of them being Bawok. I am begging our people, I am begging them. We know where citizens of La République du Cameroun live in our communities. Once anybody in Goketunja is hurt, in Bui is hurt, in Meme is hurt, in Dian is hurt, they go into Bawok and obliterate, and even harvest the grass and burn it. That we are at war, and anybody who wants to challenge this statement I'm making should explain to us what
All
happened
right.
to Mami Abu.
All right. Thank you,
Okay.
sir. Thank you.
Thank you
for the
very
call.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
All
Thank
right.
you. Thank you, Mr.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen. Barrister John, if you have anything to add to Mr. Humble Ambazonian, 50 seconds.
No, I'm just thanking him for the analysis. That's all.
All right. I get the last lucky caller for the day. Let me see. From ground zero. Hello. Hello.
Hello, Secretary Chris. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. May I know where you are calling in from, please?
I'm calling from ground zero, precisely Bamenda.
Okay, wonderful. How was lockdown there today?
No, it was really good here today. We did not even see a fly. I live towards Chobo. The road was owned by this our La Republic people.
Okay.
They flown in about 370 seaters full of the bees. I'm sure it is a new recruit that they just took.
Where 370 seaters coming from where or going to where?
They were coming in from up station. I know they are
Around what time?
Probably they are the new recruits that they are bringing in.
Around what time, sir?
I think the whole day here was busy with them. We gave them the road. They were the owners of the rightful owners of the road today.
Okay.
Maybe they are thinking that our restoration forces have gone to sleep.
Okay.
Hello, sir.
Yes, I can hear you. Go on.
Yes, what I really wanted to chip in is about this ADF thing.
Okay, quickly,
I
sir.
think it's getting on our nerves here in Ground Zero. I'm a driver I plow the Bamenda Road, stretch of road, and we have these ADF guys at my 30. They disturb a lot. When you carry a passenger, and when you get to them, to their checkpoints, if the passenger is not having his or her ID card, maybe it has been burned off by these La Republic guys. Instead of sympathizing with the passenger, they will interrogate the passenger, lock him up, and then collect huge sum of money. They charge you and remove everything from you.
Right.
I think it's not really going well. If we have a common focus, then we are intimidating the people, which we could have been protecting them.
Well, apparently we don't have the same focus. If we had the same focus, they will not be harassing people, taking millions from them and killing some. So apparently we don't have the same focus. And I will say to people like you who ply that road, you can eliminate those guys completely from that road, because you know they are not doing what other restoration fighters are out there doing. They are thugs, they are robbers. So if you will mean it, you can get rid of them. I wish we were not on television. I would have given you some ideas, but it's time to get rid of them. They were gotten rid of in the Bui. The people of Bui came out, and I think also in the Batibo or Guzang, they came out and chased them away. Few people come and stand and mount roadblocks along the Womb Road, and you come with people of about 4, 5, 6, or 10, and you allow 2 people carrying guns to intimidate you that way?
Because it's really clear now that they are working with the La Republic forces. On my very eyes, one of the guys' bike was seized by the B. Their bikes were seized by the B, and just say in a week's time, when I was coming back, I saw the guy with the same bike, and he told me that they came and gave him back the bike. So I said, how? You are fighting your enemy and he seizes your thing and bring it back. It shows that there is something fugitive going on between the two of you. So I don't know where we are heading to with this type of behavior.
All right. Thank you, sir. Thank you. You have...
They collect huge sum of money bus drivers, they collect huge sum of money.
Again, you drivers can gang together and do something. You are capable of doing that. Thank you for the call. Okay, I think let's take one caller again. Hello. Hello. All right, ladies and gentlemen, Barrister, so we will call it a day there, but let me give you the last moment, please, Barrister John.
Thank you, Secretary Chris. I want to pass this message to La Republic of Cameroon. They can take all their battalions to Lungokutunja and Bui. They will come back in body bags. Our forces are ready. And the fight has started. And La Republic should know that the fight has started. They have not cried. They will cry more than what we're seeing. Let them move those troops. These are young people that they have just got and trained, and then they are taking them to be slaughtered. We will slaughter them for you. You slaughtered our young people, more than 30,000. It is our turn. We will retaliate if one person in Bui, Gokutundia, or anywhere in Ambazonia falls because of your forces. We will take out a number of your citizens that are living along with us, or we cross borders to any town that is neighbor to us, and we will do the same thing or even more. Watch out, La Republic, watch out. The time has come. No amount of lies that you will tell at the UN will help you. The world is a global village, and the satellite imageries are available to the Western world. You cannot tell those lies to anybody. I'm sending this message to you. If you are telling lies, you know that everybody knows that the war is on and you are losing. Thank you very much.
Okay, Barrister John, thank you for joining me today. I have the Reverend Valentine Bongbam, whom I just mentioned here, of the Baptist Church. He just sent me a message here, ladies and gentlemen. Again, the Reverend Valentine, this is he just wrote to me. He says, "Good evening, sir. I am the Reverend Bongam Valentine Somche from Nkambe. You just spoke about going around with Mbororos. Sir," he says, "I wish to tell you that the information is the reverse. I intervened yesterday against a move that Mbororo wanted to stab someone on the count that he was an amber in front of the DO's office in the presence of many people. And I, alongside some courageous boys, succeeded to stop the move. But today, the story is the reverse. Please, I will suggest, sir, you do a lot of findings before concluding, else we will be derailed from doing the ride. I did not want to call you directly when the program was ongoing. I thought it would be mature. We talk facts one-on-one. This is my WhatsApp number. We keep praying for God's intervention and protection on us." All right. Well, Reverend Bong Bang Valentine, I will reach out to you after this show, if not today, probably tomorrow. It is good you came out to send this disclaimer. Sometimes information is not always right. However, if I get it from people that I think have ability to give us right information, I take it to the air. So again, I will reach out to you, find out what is going there. If it is not true, trust that we will reverse that announcement. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for staying put today. It was great to be with you. I look forward to being back one of these days. But ground zero, remember, lockdown continues tomorrow and Thursday. Lockdown continues tomorrow and Thursday. everywhere expected to be shut down. God bless you all, and good night. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ambazonians, it is about the slow but sure depletion, if not stopped. Please listen once more. This is the moment to rise up and save what remains. Like Pontius Pilate, the Vice Chancellor is fast trying to wash his hands. Ambazonians, if God forbid we fail in this war, they will take back everything they have allowed us to manage. We must remain steadfast or lose the war. They sold our institutions and our resources for positions, for money, for power, and for influence. Why we fight to recover it all? We must not allow such enablers continue selling us. We must neutralize their plans, and if need be, neutralize them too. From today, we declare an end to these permanent military gendarmes or police checkpoints in all of Ambazonian streets and roads. It is therefore incumbent upon us to stop tomorrow's murder today.
This is the state of the struggle with your anchorman Chris Anu, Ambazonia's spokesperson.
Président Benjamin Guerra. Jean-Sébastien Massiala. Jacques Banza-Moujiga. Zogan Kabengele. Kapunda, président Benjamin Mouteba, Jean-Sébastien Massiala, Jacques Banzamoujiga, Soka Kabengere.
System of October 1961, the Southern Cameroons were given the opportunity in a referendum to choose if to join with their brothers in the French Cameroons or if to join with fellow Nigeria that was also a British mandated territory in West Africa. But now, 1st of October is here again. Has that State of the Union failed? Has it succeeded? What if today again we were given the opportunity to choose in this other referendum? Will we still choose to join French Cameroon, or will Southern Cameroonians choose to stand on themselves? We take to the streets on Vox Pop on Kinaka TV this day in the bustling heart of Bamenda itself, Commercial Avenue. Yes, this is where everything happens. And we're going to ask these ladies and gentlemen to tell us what they think of that State of the Union, how it failed, how it succeeded. What would they choose? Would they be with Southern Cameroons on their own, or would they choose to still remain with French Cameroons? Let's go there. My name is Vicky. What's yours, please?
I'm Dr. Chumunye.
Dr. Chumunye. Okay, in 1961, we know about the referendum that was given up to us to be able to choose English Cameroon and if to join French Cameroon or to join Nigeria. It's another 1st of October. What if there was another referendum? What will you choose?
I will choose the independence of the Southern Cameroons. The complete independence of the Southern Cameroons. Because joining La Republic has not helped the Southern Cameroonian at all. They are still living in bondage. Yeah.
So you would choose for Southern Cameroon to just stand on its own?
As a nation. We are capable of being a nation, so there is no reason why we should be annexed to another nation. We are suffering. If you look critically in Southern Cameroon, you will see that no meaningful development is taking place. The Limbe Deep Sea Port that was highlighted many years ago till today, nothing has been said about it. The Bamenda Ring Road, nothing has been said about it. If you look at even the road leading to Bamenda, you will know that every other project in Southern Cameroon has been abandoned. And I will choose the complete independence of the Southern Cameroons.
Thank you very much, sir.
You are welcome.
What's your name, please?
I'm called Keka Sylvester Tassi.
Mr. Keka. So, if we're supposed to have another referendum, will you choose for Southern Cameroons to still remain with French Cameroon, or would you want them to just stand on their own, or what will you choose?
As a person from the English-speaking part of Cameroon, straight away I would say no, because personally I am not satisfied at all. It's true there was a marriage, but it was not fair. I think we were not given, as some people say, we were not given a third option. We were asked to choose either to join La République du Cameroun or to join the Federal Republic of Nigeria. But we would have been given the third option, you know, to be on our own. That would have been a better choice to me, because right now I think the Anglophone are really marginalized in this country. If you look at the government, getting an employment in the government is not easy at all for an English-speaking Cameroonian. If you go to the capital of Cameroon, which is Yaoundé, if you cannot speak Ewondo or you cannot speak J'étais, j'avais, you'll be nowhere to be found. You'll be lost completely. So I think if I were to choose again now, I will not choose to join La République du Cameroon.
You choose for Southern Cameroon to stand on its own?
To stand on its own, yes. I will choose for Southern Cameroon to stand on its own.
Thank you very much, Mr.
Yep.
Vicky, what's yours, please?
Mofo Christopher.
Mr. Mofo Christopher. If there was to be another referendum in Cameroon, what will you choose?
Well, in fact, we have been suffering for quite a long time. So if at all there will be a new or different referendum, I will choose to be alone. Southern Cameroon will choose to be alone, because they did not give us that option at first. They gave us two options of which we did not like it. So we were forced to join La République du Cameroon. So now we are trying to see whether United Nations can bring another referendum to give us our priority. And then our priority is either we be on your own or we join this side, so that we choose to be our own.
So what would you say have been the reasons why you will now choose to be on your own?
No, the problem is that we thought we have been cheated. The national cake is not well shared. So we know that when there is type of thing like that, people must at least think otherwise, that maybe they are second-class citizens. And And if you think otherwise, you must think to know whether are you the true child of this father. And on the one hand, people must tell you, if you don't know, that you have been next.
Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you.
What's your name, please?
My name is Afu Derek.
Mr. Afu Derek. So if there was a chance for us to have another referendum in Cameroon, will you choose to be or still remain with French Cameroon, or would you choose for the Southern Cameroons to just be on their own?
I choose the Southern Cameroon to be on their own.
Why?
No, that from further, no, they are bend, they are no straight. So I like that we should separate, so that we should be on our own.
Just be on our own.
Yes.
So, but why are some of the reasons why you say that they are bend? Why?
No, that French people that are corruption. No, that this side people this side that are suffering, people the other side they're enjoying. So we are taking our good year and seeing the other side. Yes.
All right. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you.
Still on the referendum matter, we met with a Frenchman in Bamenda, and this is what he has to say. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madame.
Bonsoir. Bonsoir. Ok, on est en train de parler de la référendum. Est-ce que si le 1er octobre, on décide encore que, bon, voilà la référendum, qu'est-ce que vous choisissez? Est-ce que les anglophones du Cameroun anglophone restent avec vous, ou alors est-ce qu'ils doivent se reculer et aller de leur côté?
Non, j'aimerais qu'on soit ensemble. Vu que la paix, c'est l'essentiel pour toute une humanité. La séparation n'est pas bien.
Mais vous pensez que c'est parce qu'on est ensemble? Si jamais on doit se séparer et qu'il n'y aura toujours pas la guerre, qu'est-ce que vous allez voir par rapport à tout ce qui se passe maintenant pour vous? Vous croyez que le Cameroun est mieux étant ensemble, ou est-ce que le Cameroun est mieux étant divisé?
Le Cameroun est mieux étant ensemble. Parce que ce qui nous tue actuellement, c'est la pauvreté. Si on pouvait tous s'unir et combattre cette pauvreté, il n'y aura pas de problème.
Merci beaucoup, monsieur.
Merci.
What's your name, please?
My name is Mr. Kibom Meshach.
Mr. Kibom. Okay, so if we're supposed to have another referendum in Cameroon, what will you choose? Will you choose for us to still be with the French Cameroonians, or will you choose for Southern Cameroon to stand on its own, or what is it that you will choose?
No, I would choose for Southern Cameroon to start on its own.
What are some of the reasons why?
Why? Because our Francophone brothers are taking us for granted, they're maltreating us and marginalizing us too much, and we are suffering under them. They don't recognize us as equals. That's why I think that I'll go in for the referendum.
Yeah, you will go in to choose a Southern Cameroon.
Yes, to stand on their own. Right. Yes.
Thank you very much, sir.
Welcome.
Thank you. What's yours, please?
My name is Mr. Ayongwa Samuel.
Mr. Ayongwa. Okay, Ayongwa Samuel. Okay, so if there was to be another referendum in Cameroon, because another 1st of October is very close, what will you choose this time around?
I will choose that there should be another referendum, because that referendum, we were duped by a Frenchman. They came and duped us, and till today, it's about 60 years today, we've had nothing. Look at this town, look at our country. We are suffering. Our children are suffering. You find Cameroonians now going abroad. Meanwhile, what they are going abroad to do is nothing, but they can stay in Cameroon and have the very thing that they are going to do, or study well. In Cameroon now, you cannot study, you cannot live peacefully. You find a military man, gendarme man, pointing at you with a gun. That gun was made to protect you, but today it's nothing. You find Cameroonians suffering too much. So we want another referendum, which is very genuine. Clean and clear referendum. For instance, the first referendum, the Frenchman duped Frontier and Muna, and giving them only one option. We want a referendum that, will you choose to join this man, or will you choose to stand on your own? I will decide that I will choose to stand on my own. I'm big, so I should not suffer. I think so.
So if there was to be a referendum, what you're saying is you would have liked for them to ask, or you would like for them to ask you, would you choose to join French Cameroon, or would you choose to stand alone? And your answer would be to stand alone.
Why would I go and be a slave to a Frenchman? Meanwhile, I can stand alone. If I stand alone, I'll be more better than to be a slave to a Frenchman. For instance, all the bananas, all the robbers that we, our contact, we don't have contact on our roads, but all the contact is flying more than an airplane. So I would like to stand on my own, and I will not even want them to tell me that they should, I should stand on my own. I will tell them that I want to stand. If I go to UN today, I will tell them that I want to stand, and to personally invite the Queen of England to come and see how the English zone he left 60 years ago is. The mess, how a Frenchman took it and messed it up. So I think if the Queen comes here today, she will cry.
Quite clearly, the union failed, according to the people of Bamenda, and we hope that this message will go to where it's supposed to go to, and that something can be done about it. If Cameroon was supposed to be separated, maybe it's about time for us to do that. If we're supposed to remain with our brothers, the French Cameroonians, then maybe it's time for us to fix that and try to work on a good thing, all right? But now, that's it for us on Vox Pop on Kinaka TV. I hope you enjoyed this very educative one right here. And I'll see you again next time for another Vox Pop on Kinaka TV. It's Vicky Fakala. Peace out.